For those who wonder, I have not gotten any smaller. I'm just hanging out with this giant of a beast.
Here we go! Yeah, big boy.
I'm Filip Larsson.
My little brother, Filip.
Some of you might know me from when I pulled Devon Larratt in the States.
Whoa! Nobody's restrapping. Strap.
I'm a new guy in arm wrestling.
He's got what, a year and a half in the sport?
Yeah, something like that.
It's a fucking monster. I remember when I met him, I was like, that's a monster. It's just a matter of time.
So basically, we are here to feel your strength, really.
No!
Oh my goodness!
But I've been doing pretty well lately.
Oh, he's doing great. He's doing great.
So we know you guys are known for having a very strong grip. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on today, learning how to use your hands. I saw that they had ways to improve, how to get better leverage in the start, and how to be able to crack wrists and turn over thumbs and stuff like that. So I know the power they possess, so I'm just gonna do my best to teach them what I know on how to control the opponent's hand.
Try this.
We thank Ragni for sponsoring this program, and if you guys want to buy their products, you can use the link in whatever it's description. So yeah.
And use Samuelsson code in checkout.
There's a lot of things we have to add into this thing. That should be enough, right?
Maybe. Magnesium på utsidan av handen.
Aha. He's just telling me like a small secret that you never ever put chalk on this side of the hand, so that's the last time of doing that stuff. In Strongman, basically we cover our whole body
you go
with
from
chalk,
fingertip
like
to
up here, and
no, but you don't
put
want
some on the chest as well, because you never know if you're gonna.
You don't want your opponent always to be able to get the grip. You want them to try to get the grip, but you don't want them to have the grip on you. So if you can slide out, it's easier, in my opinion. That
makes sense.
How long is your forearm? I mean, if we compare. So you're also very tall. We're just like a half an inch difference.
Dwarf.
Shouty.
It's kind of. I never imagined that I would kind of train for some kind of competition ever again. Here we are.
But you have the frame, you have the advantages. So you should just connect everything together and get strong in those tiny movements. That's true.
Straps is a different game. I'm not really all that used with it.
What you have with the strap is more options. If I try to take your hand like this and you turn this way, you feel how it tightens here, and then you can pull much more through there.
Yeah, you can also you can almost pull a little bit defensive like this as well.
Yeah, it's very good for defense. So this would be a very nice setup for I'm giving you a lot of things here.
Yeah.
But if we were actually fighting here, I would do like this.
Yeah, I wouldn't really smile so much about that.
No.
I need to get up a little bit.
Yeah, I can go down a little bit, but it's still the same thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel comfortable for you, right?
Not at all.
It doesn't feel like you have anything. Because for me, it feels great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can imagine. This is pretty good.
Yeah.
For
So what I'm doing is I'm supinating, trying to push through, locking you down, and then I will force my index knuckle on your thumb, like that. So I will try to control your thumb with this here. So as soon as you go, I have everything here. So I'm great. Like this is the part where Devon would say, "Just say go, just say go," because he's a master. Like when I faced him, I couldn't do anything in the setup. I tried, but he's a mastermind in the setup.
Yeah.
And as soon as I got a little bit, he noticed and he took it away.
So the match was over before
so
the match had started.
I was trying to do stuff like this, and as soon as I got anything, it's gone. I was like, okay.
Let's go! I know about the women's Swedish arm wrestling team. I don't know anything about you. I don't know anything about you.
It's hard to describe Devon. He is, he's solid. He's like, when you grab a hold of him, it feels like all his tendons and everything is like 5 times the size of a normal human. It feels ridiculously strong. And you can be this close and he lets you be there. And he just laughs in your face because it's nothing for him. He's very, very good. It's crazy. But I'm going to kill him someday. Like, I'm going to beat him one day. Just give me maybe 10 years or something.
Not yet. I can do it very quickly.
There's levels to this shit. There are levels, and you know.
I have no idea, but I'm going to get the rematch one day. And I'll probably be crushed then as well. Because he's insane. He's the second best, like he's the second strongest arm wrestler in the world. And only Levon is stronger than him, and as far as we know right now. So he's insane. And not only is he strong, he knows every trick. So he can fool you so many times along the way. And you think you have something, but then it just takes it away. So what I want you to do also now is make sure your knuckles are high. Make sure you get your knuckles as high as possible, like these knuckles, so you're not in this position. Because you also want to use your height and you want to use your hand strength. So I want you to come through a little bit more so you can get close. There we go. And try not to squeeze with your fingertips. Just make sure that when I go back that you can catch me. So if I'm doing this and you try to go this way, I don't really have that much control. But if I'm like this and you try to go there again, I have much more control. So just by not squeezing the fingertips, they call it like the roof. Just put the roof on. So now punch up over my hand. There we go. And now punch over. There we go. So just sideways, but just move it that way.
I find this very interesting, I must say, first off with the straps, because it changes.
Yeah, it changes.
I'm the opposite. I've trained only with this is kind of the second, third time practicing with straps at all.
Yeah.
So it's a totally different feeling.
Yeah, it's
especially on the defense side, where you can block and use. I can feel it now when I.
Yeah, and also if you come to this, kick back, just like pull through the strap there.
Yeah. So even though I've kind of have lost my wrist here, I'm still not all that.
You still have the wrist. You just got a little bit less rise. So I have more rise because my hand is vertical and yours is down, but you can still pull through here. So you can
that means I'm not totally harmless, even if it looks horrible.
And exactly, and if you keep the pressure up here and denying me access to pulling through the strap, then you will have like 10 centimeter advantage on the leverage.
Very, very interesting.
So every time I'm about to lose my wrist a little bit, I'll just kick it back. But don't squeeze too hard, because just make sure you get a little bit more through. You want your elbow more forward. You want your knuckles high. Because you want to be in a good position. And if you can't get in a good position, you're going to let the referees do the grip.
So something like this?
Yeah.
This is legal, right?
Yep. This is a very good position for you and a very bad for me.
So in slow motion, I will pretty much just go up, bend over like that.
I would go a little bit more out, but a little bit more up. Because as soon as you go, you dump your wrist.
The reason why I'm ending up low is because I'm bending with the strap.
Yeah, but then you move this way instead of moving this way.
So you actually don't push forward. You're almost pushing back a little bit.
I pull down and out.
Down and out.
Like that. So now it's impossible for me to get my wrist back because you're blocking everything in this direction.
You pull it back a little bit. So basically...
A little bit higher. Punch up a little bit. So from there, there we go. Now you have a very good hand position. There you go. And then when you get to that position, try to come back to your hand. Because even if you gave away a little bit here, you can still come back to it. Yeah.
But with this... It totally changes.
Totally changes the game.
Totally changes the game. I find this very interesting.
Nice.
Thank you. This was very, very learning.
So fighting with a strap is a whole nother game, and it's the game you gotta learn.
And honestly, the problems I have from old school arm wrestling.
Yeah.
almost disappears with the strap because most of the power is between these joints,
Yeah.
kind of,
also-
rather than having everything just on the wrist kind of thing.
Yeah. If we can't agree, we will go to ref grip, and then in ref grip you can cheat just as much.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's just that you have to be more subtle about it.
So then they will start like this.
Yeah, they will put us in center. They will pull down our hands like this. You see my fingers here? Either they pull down my hand or they pull down my fingers. So I just let my fingers drop a little bit so I can keep my knuckle high. And when they close my hand, I'm good.
They are, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll just, when they pull them down, I'll just do this instead of like that.
Because it really makes a massive difference.
Oh, massive.
Like
Massive.
this is horrible. I could.
Yeah.
It's not like. It's not even possible to fight from.
No, you can't fight from there.
No, it's.
So, like, even if you go everything, I could probably hold you quite comfortably just like this because I have everything. So I have everything, and therefore you have nothing.
I can't get my. You need the wrist to get a little bit on, a few millimeters.
Yeah.
To bend.
I have the height. I have the containment. It's like I look so much stronger than you just because I took it away from you.
Everybody has a little bit of their own game plan.
Yeah, of course.
And when you know that, okay, the way I want to go, I feel free.
Yeah.
In that space.
Yeah.
Then it's all good. Because then you can at least start the match the way, but the other way around is horrible.
Yeah.
Because you can't.
So that's why most of my matches, I'm just going to be doing this. If I can feel that they have a good grip, I'll just do like this. And then they say, get a grip. And I'm like, I'm trying. And then I'll just continue and sometimes even just push down. And then sometimes, oh, I got something. Then I can start fighting for the grip again. But if they get something back, I'll just...
Yeah.
And then it's ref grip. And then I'm all ready for everything here.
Yeah, and then they elbows down.
Yeah. So now you see when he's touching my fingers, I just let them drop. So I can push my knuckle through a little bit more. And then I use my thumb to push you away.
Like that.
Yeah, you're not allowed to do that in the ref grip. So you're pushing me this way. Yeah, so now it feels like I'm further away from you and I don't like that. So now
there's absolutely no technique in arm wrestling.
So you see how my thumb is now like yours. We're pushing, and then he's gonna close our thumbs and he's gonna ask over under, and then I'm like, I want to be over. So continue.
Okay. All right. Close your thumbs. Wrap Filip first.
So now I'm actually turning a little bit, but they can't really notice it. And then I'm squeezing down like this.
Yeah, make my day very lovely.
Yeah.
Ready, go.
So we go from there. So now I already have almost everything.
Yeah.
So I'm just turning.
And it's amazing how much that makes for me.
Yeah.
Like coming up to where I want to be, like this much in height.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden the wrist feels like it can move again. And
so you got to play around for the millimeters.
Yeah.
You want every little thing you can have and just try and contain it.
That was your turn.
Right now.
I'm just going to see or feel what I can see that I think he should improve. So I'm just trying to find out. And currently, what I would say is you should go for a little bit more depth, and depth. What I mean, if I open my hand right now, you see my palm is aligned with your thumb.
Yeah.
More depth. I'm going through, so then I can have a little bit more containment there. And I would also use your leverage. So if you sit down a little bit more and punch up, there we go. Now you're a lot harder to hold on to. So if you go cup over my knuckle now, just go this way, and then just keep going there. Right, good. And go, good. And if this was a competition, go again, what would happen is this.
Yeah.
So that's why we always train in a strap.
Okay.
Almost always.
This will be the second time I've straps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The basic one I can tell you first of all is that you always want to be strapped like this. You need your pronation when they wrap around the strap. So if you do this and I'll put the strap on, and you're gonna feel. Just put your elbow down. So you're gonna be in this position when I put the strap on, and you're gonna feel how much you lose with your rotation. So now, if you try to rotate out now, you see almost nothing. I couldn't feel anything there compared to without the strap because I locked him. You see, you know, you have two forearm bones. They get locked in with the strap in a supinated position if you get strapped like that. But if we take it off now, you just make sure you're like this. So you're already pronated like that, and we put the strap on like that. And when I tighten it down, just lift your hand up. There we go. And now you try to rotate out again. So you have much more power there, because now you can actually move inside the strap. So this feels awful for me, so that means it should be good for you. And then you pull towards this shoulder, sit down, nice, good. We do this a few times and then I'll add another thing. Nice. Movement is good for, one more time, good. So, next thing to add now would be more cup. So, you went like this.
Yeah.
But if you can go like this and like that, so you actually use your cup as you go sideways. So you try to rotate my thumb over.
Oh.
Yeah. There we go. There we go. So, you feel warmed up a little bit?
Yeah.
Do you want me to put a little bit of resistance?
Ja. Ja, där. Då blir jag ifrån.
Yeah, so that's what Mandagus told you as well. Try not to move away. Like, I don't like to care about these in the beginning because I always fight for position, not for pin. So what we want you to do now is get a good position on me. So as soon as you move a little bit and you feel it's slowing down, then just stop there. So like here now, in this position here, what you have to do is advance. And by advancing, I would shoot my elbow forward and cup. It would look like this. In this position here, where you are, you can go this way. So you move this way, and then you can go out again. So you're actually trying to take better position. Because if you're just hitting here and trying to go for the pin, I'll just advance. So the advance would look something like this if you go again here. And now you're stuck there, and then I'll just start going, climbing higher, pulling you over to center. So here you have good back pressure. Now, just turn this knuckle over my finger. There we go. So now you take away my power. Go again. Good. One more time. Nice. And I'll stop you once, and then you try to move over my thumb. Yeah, but just when you have it like this, just move.
Okay.
So just move with your body. So it's gonna be like this when you go here, and then it stops. You push over, but you keep pulling as you push.
Yeah.
So you keep the pressure and just move. Nice. And we get stuck here. I'll turn and lift. I'll try to just get higher by kicking back my hand a little bit and re-gripping.
Yeah.
So you're climbing this way.
Yeah.
So just do 20% power and just do the climbing part. Yeah. That's it. And see, you felt he felt a lot stronger as soon as he got higher because he got much better leverage.
And for that thing, it's better to just stay, not worry about the position, just trying to get high, and maybe push the elbow forward at the same time, trying to get
movement to get position.
Yeah. So your whole thing comes up higher.
Yeah, and try not to squeeze with your fingertips. Just you feel when I'm squeezing you, I'm squeezing on your thumb here. I'm using this part to be connected to your thumb. It's just on these knuckles. Just make this as tight as possible.
So.
Yeah, and then make sure your wrist is never bent back in the start. You want to cheat a little bit and have it a little bit bent. And then you can just go again here. See there? Now you actually got my wrist there. So I had to kick back.
Mm.
Instead of fighting the battle, trying to curl him back in, I just moved. So if you go again, and you can feel when you lose strength. You see there?
Yeah.
So that's because I moved away from you instead of trying to fight through you.
Bending him up.
Yeah. So I'll let you take it again. Just go. And when you see I'm bent back, but then I'm turning.
Yeah.
And I'm just moving away from him.
Yeah. And now what should I do now?
Yeah. Now you want me closer to you, because if now we're on my side, so you won't really have that much power. Yeah. When you if you're on this side here, when you press here, you can this you can feel. You can hold this.
Yeah.
But if you're here,
Yeah.
you can't hold it.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so
so
you pull it over.
So pull him away from himself, like
Yeah.
getting on your side.
Yeah, and then you just lean you don't tricep press it, you just lean your whole body on it.
Yeah. Okay.
So just keep pulling it towards you.
And half.
Yeah. And now, because I knew it, I'll try not to respond, but I've been training so much on responding to what happens that sometimes I just I automatically do it.
Yeah.
Because then I have to make sure you come back to me.
Yeah.
So if I'm here and you get into position, I have to make sure you come closer to me.
Yeah. Okay.
And you also sit down a little bit more, use your leverage. So when you're fighting, you can fight here.
Yeah.
So if you feel the strength difference, if you start now and you can feel what I can give there versus what I can give here.
Yeah.
So you want to be able to pull up into your opponent. So I think it would be interesting, Emil, because he's a little bit shorter arm. So if you try just sitting down a little bit more versus Emil, it's a big difference.
Yeah, normal.
It's like you should never arm wrestle people that show up in an East versus West T-shirt. It's a really stupid thing to do, isn't it?
So just so you can feel the difference when you actually have the height advantage.
Yeah.
Because then you're going to feel so much stronger. So all you got to do now is pull this way, just like a hammer curl, but just sitting down. So get in position first before you start. And from here now, just lift, but a little bit of a twist. And sit down. Stand up again.
Oh.
You know what said you don't have to be so close to the table at all times. You can be a little bit further back.
Okay.
But make sure you punch up like that. You see, now you're using, see how much he has to compared to before? Now you're using the leverage, because now you're punching over him.
Yeah. Okay.
Before you were pulling into him,
Yeah.
but now you're punching over. So this and this are two different things. And this one is what you should be aiming for most, I believe, because then you can have the control. See? Good. But versus me, that's not going to work.
No. I felt that. But for me, that isn't used to straps. You get no blood in the hand
No.
after a while.
But you also don't squeeze so much.
Okay.
If when you squeeze so much, you're actually just pumping your blood up with your hand up with blood.
Okay.
So just contain, like I did, like this.
Yeah.
Just hold like that, because from here you can do so many things without actually squeezing.
Yeah. Okay.
This is, like I said, it's kind of a childish passion I have, because this is where it all started, like 30 years ago, and then I kind of drifted away from arm wrestling just when it was starting to get interesting, because then Strongman came and I never came back until now.
It's the best sport.
It's a great sport.
It's so fun. I love it.
It's always been a really hard sport to become champion in, because the top level has always been super high. But back then nobody cared, like nobody gave a shit, and now it's a massive thing.
Yeah, it's grown immensely, and I'm one of them who came when it actually had become big already. So I've always been watching arm wrestling a little bit. I mean, I've always had I watched the John Brosenk documentary, and I've been watching Devon Larratt, and I watched WAL, but I never really did it. I tried it once, and I did just this, and my arm hurt for 3 weeks.
Oh yeah.
So then I was like, while I'm doing Strongman, I won't do it. And then when the Strongman career ended, because I blew my knee out, then I felt, okay, I'm gonna go all in. So
When I started, I think I did my first arm wrestling contest back in '89. Jon Bresenk was still already then the GOAT. Like he was the name everybody knew.
Yeah. So we're gonna try to connect cupping with pronation with the attack like this, so you can take the hand. Yeah. So come in a little bit deeper, and then higher. Punch up. Yeah, that's fine. So this is a good grip. But now I want you to focus on this. Yeah. Yeah, not in, but out. Yeah, and also try to cup it a little bit more. Get this in a little bit more. Stand a little bit more over to this side. And now do the, there we go.
Okay.
There we go. And now try to get some chest movement into it as well. And now when you have this, just lean over. Get your chin, yeah.
Okay.
So when you got this, you can just go.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, get your chin down to the table.
Yeah. Okay. For me, the thing I should do is like.
Yeah. Very good. Very good. That's
Okay.
more power in that one.
Okay.
And when you have that, make sure before you go for the side, make sure you have your chest connected. Because otherwise, when you hit, you're gonna.
Okay. So it's more like.
Yeah.
So you're really tight.
Yeah, but you can be. You don't have to be there. You have to be there.
Ah, there.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay. Feels like.
Yeah. So now I'm letting you have the hand, and you're so much stronger.
Yeah.
So what I would do to fight you is take the hand, and then you would lose power.
Yeah.
So, but as long as you have the hand, you are very strong there. Nice.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You don't have to go in. You just have to make sure your chest is with you. So when you hit, your hand is in front of your shoulder, but your shoulder don't have to be like in on the inside.
Okay. It's hard, man, to make everything work.
It's very hard, and it's probably not the best way to do everything at once, but
no. But we're trying.
We're trying. If I would have done it, this would have been my thing. You see, so I get pulling.
Ah.
Nice. That's good. Nice. Very good. Nice. I'll resist a little bit. Keep pushing. Good. Try keeping it on the outside. The second to last you did was very good because you kept pulling this way. Next round you went more inside. So just try keep it outside.
Okay.
Keep pulling. Good. 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 Nice. Nice. One more time and I'll resist a little bit more. Nice. Good. Now I need some blood in the arm.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Otherwise, I will lose my hand.
When we started to connect it, he got a way stronger. In the beginning, he left his arm behind, so he went and he left it behind. But now, when he got his position and he pulled tight, and then he went, he had so much more power. So
yeah, and that's why I'm grateful that you take us in, because I feel he has a really big engine.
Oh yeah.
It just need how to handle it, because otherwise it's first off he won't get it far anyways, and then he will only injure himself. But
of course,
if he can figure out.
But now when I let you get into the position, I felt very bad there. I felt like, okay, instinctively I just want to leave. I want to break your wrist because or crack your wrist back, because I felt, wow, that's a lot of power there. So I don't want to fight there. My plan is always to leave this, take you away from your strength.
Yeah.
Now we can't give him any more tips because it's going to turn my everyday back home into a nightmare.
More of a nightmare.
Do you want to feel him when he's connected?
No,
I'm sure I'm going to feel it the whole week.
We can try, just for fun.
With this?
Yeah, of course.
You should go way higher, else he's going to destroy you, Magnus. So this, you should just go up. Don't let him be like that.
You have to put the elbows on the thing.
Oh, he has everything. Be a little bit nicer.
I'm pretty good on being an asshole too. If I have to.
Där fick jag till det.
Men this is not legal, so you
Nej, men ja, det där är okej. Då blir det för mig.
In the west, that's also.
Huh?
Get your chest connected. So as soon as
You
you
need to get over there.
get your chest inside,
That's good.
stand more to that side.
Förlåt.
And then you pull, you sit, you punch up, cup down, and then you pull your chest tight, and then you go sideways.
Yeah. I'm getting tired.
So when you get this connected, your side pressure is very good.
Yeah, side pressure is very good.
So when you go there, it's actually much power.
Okay.
So when if I'm fighting you, I will go this way. Just know I will avoid that at all costs.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but that's the thing. He's very strong, like rotate the cuff and stuff like that.
Yeah, and now when he got it off the rotator cuff and more to the chest, so it's not this way, he's this way. So he's actually pushing this way with the chest and shoulder.
Yeah.
Then you spare the rotator cuff, so you don't want as much internal rotation as you want, like
Coming in like that.
coming in like that.
That's a great feeling. I need to be. Now I gave you like a really good grip,
Yeah.
but it's no way to fight from that position.
I looked when he did it.
Not so long time ago, I could give in all kinds of positions. It doesn't really matter. I'm gonna, but from that thing I can't.
No, it's strong from
I
that.
was like this, and you were like that.
Well, like
Giving
I said,
giving your
I
hand
gave you a
away.
little bit of an advantage.
Not a little bit,
was a
you
little
gave
bit
the
big-headed.
advantage to me.
Yeah, but I was a bit big-headed. I thought I could get away with it. I couldn't. It was,
And you were really low, and I was.
Very high.
Yeah.
that's good. Because even
No,
down
that's
here,
a risky move to just leave.
Okay.
Because then they can clamp your thumb. So
Yeah.
you still have to pull like you're not gonna let go. But then as soon as you can, because see you pry open his fingers now, so now you can escape with your thumb much easier. But if he's like that and you do that, he's gonna grab a hold of that thumb for dear
there's
life.
even guys whose whole technique builds on holding on to that damn thumb.
Yeah,
So they will go like this, and it's quite painful.
yeah. You don't want to do that.
I can't feel my hand now.
I think this has been. I really enjoy this. For as long as I had some strength in my wrist,
Yeah.
I think this felt really good. And then when I kind of, I'm in a position now where I'm trying to get back some of my strength, but I'm pumping up pretty quick. So,
it takes a while.
for a while there, I felt so good, and now he ruined that feeling. It just felt so bad in the end. Instead.
Yeah.